illness. It's like an ailment. Sorry. Woo! Okay. So if I'm... Oh my god. Alright, woo! Sorry. I'm not crying. I just had like a total, like a coughing fit. Anyways. Do you like how I'm drinking water out of a beer glass? Yeah. It's how I decorate my house. Beer glasses. Beer glasses and mason jars. That's what I drink out of. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, like I always say, I'm always like, I'm gonna do a different video today. But today I guess isn't like so much of a different video. I've done one before. I'm gonna do a story time video. It's going to be about my health because I've been getting a lot of questions about it ever since I posted that recipe video a couple days ago or maybe like a week ago. So I thought it would be a good time to talk about it. I am a little bit nasal right now. I have a cold. And I just took some NyQuil, so I might be a little like, ooh, here in a second. Thought that I would talk about this topic because it is Cancer Prevention Awareness Month. And so I thought that I would just make a little video. Anyway, so I always just want to be like really open with you guys and have you know a lot about my life. And if I can help you in any way, that'd be amazing. So I know that there are a few of you out there who struggle with what I struggle with, and that is ulcerative colitis. So I thought that I would talk about this because colon cancer is definitely a possibility for me to get. Knock on wood that I don't get it. So my grandpa had colon cancer and he survived it. So just from having a primary family member have it, my chances increase, of course, and then from having ulcerative colitis, my chances increase. Nobody else in my family has ulcerative colitis though, but we don't know if like a great-grandparent had it and, you know, we didn't know about it or anything like that. Technically, they've said it is genetic. All my relatives that are living don't have any problems with it, so yeah, we don't know, but God forbid I pass this on to my children. That is really a huge concern of mine. I would never be able to forgive myself. I don't know. It's really hard thinking about that. It's technically part of the IBD, like IBD is like an umbrella term kind of, and IBD is irritable bowel disease. And so, right? Yeah, irritable bowel disease. So under that umbrella can be colitis, which is what I have, Crohn's disease, which is like a lot of people I feel like have heard about Crohn's disease. It can be irritable bowel syndrome. It can just be like a whole range of things. Usually having to deal with your GI tract. So I have ulcerative colitis. So it only infects my colon and I have ulcers in my colon. It's hard to like really understand what's going on. I just have problems with my colon. That's pretty much it. You can Google all this stuff. It's pretty grotesque, so I don't want to get into too much detail about it. I don't want to gross anybody out, but if you really want to know what happens, you can Google it. It is a very debilitating disease. It is chronic, so there's no known cure for it. It will never go away, obviously. I'll have to deal with it for the rest of my life. And I got diagnosed 4 years ago, and they technically, like in the medical world, claim that it's still new to me compared to people who have had it for like 15 or 20 years. So mine is still kind of like, mine's still like trial and error, really. So when you're sick with colitis, first off, your immune system isn't that great, which is why I have a cold right now. Yeah, so I can catch like food poisoning super easily from eating, and I can get colds if I'm like downwind from somebody who sneezes. Like I can get sick pretty easily. So it depletes your immune system. So when you have ulcerative colitis, you can live your life normally, and then you can get into what they call flares. And a flare is where my colon just gets angry and it starts to become super, super painful. There's bleeding, and yeah, like I said, I didn't want to gross you guys out, but yeah, so that's usually when I have to go into the hospital. Flares can last anywhere from like 1 day to 6 months. You can be in a flare for like a solid 6 months, like in and out of the hospital, and it sucks. And then also you can go for like 5 years without having a flare, and then get a flare one day, and then go another 10 years without getting a flare. It's just like everybody's different. Like everyone who has what I have is completely different. No story is the same, and everything works differently for everyone too. Like for me, I refuse to go on steroids. I absolutely refuse. I would rather die from this instead of go on steroids. I just try to watch what I eat. I'm on a very strong anti-inflammatory, and I take probiotics, and I'm on a very low carb, low sugar diet, and that's been helping a lot. I do not have anything spicy. I drink a lot of water, and the chiropractor really helps, and so that's pretty much how I deal with it. As I go through life, I kind of just like pick up these little tools that kind of like help me along the way, and like I said, it's all just trial and error, and it sucks. This disease really, really sucks to have, and I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. I talked to other people who have it, and some other people have children, and they say that they compare the pain to be the same as giving childbirth. So if there's one good thing that's come out of this, I could have a baby without an epidural, because I've been in so much pain before, but I would never wish this pain upon anyone, ever, ever, ever. It's so painful when you're in a flare. Having this also, I'm always, always, always tired. It's one of the side effects to having it. It has nothing to do so much with the medication that I'm taking for it. It just comes with it. Like everyone who has this is constantly fatigued, and it sucks. Like I can never get enough sleep. Like I said, the umbrella term IBD, that has, you know, various things underneath the umbrella, colitis being one of them. They are called invisible illnesses, which makes me so mad. I hate that term. I hate it. And they call it that because you can look perfectly fine, but you can be going through a flare. I mean, I literally have walked into the hospital before with full hair, makeup, heels on, like fully done up, and dying. Like literally in so much pain. But it's like, if you were to look at me, you're like, oh, you look great, you know, because it's not like I have the flu and like I'm pale or something like that. So that's why it's called an invisible illness, because you can't see it. But a part of having an invisible illness, of course, means that you can lose friends. It's hard to explain to people what's going on because you don't look sick. Yeah, there's my friend and I. We're not friends anymore. We're not friends anymore. She told me I cried wolf way too much, meaning that I, you know, went to the hospital way too much. But as I said, people are naive, and obviously she saw it as an invisible illness and isn't fully educated on it. And so, I mean, she thought I cried wolf, and I don't want people like that in my life. So it's definitely brought me closer to a lot of people. I've met people within the community of invisible illnesses. I'm like friends with a bunch of people and a part of groups on Facebook. Yeah, so I mean, people with invisible illnesses go to the hospital all the time. It's just very normal. 2 girls from my high school that I'm friends with, we have a chat, and one of them told me that in the year of 2016, she went into their emergency room 20 times. And in the year 2016, I only went, I think, like 5 to 7 times, which is amazing. Like, other people who have what I have or who know about this are like, wow, you only went like 5 to 7, like 5 times in a year? Like, that, like, your 2016 was great for you. Like, you're so healthy. And 2 of those times I was brought in an ambulance. Yeah, so we go to the hospital a lot. Our medical bills are super expensive. I've been through numerous colonoscopies and surgeries, having things removed to be biopsied. I do still have my colon, my entire colon. Some people have half of it, or some parts of their intestines taken out. I have all of my intestines. I just have to be very, very careful of monitoring myself. I feel like at some point I will get my gallbladder removed. There's been talks of it. Just because when you have stuff like this, they just like to kind of eliminate things. I really do want my gallbladder out if I feel like it's going to help, you know, so that when I get really sick with a flare, at least I know like it's not that, or you know what I'm saying, like I'm not being tested for a million other things and, you know, going through a bunch of CT scans and going through a bunch of radiation, because that's stuff that you want to avoid. I think that the hardest part about it though is just having other people understand. I mean, she, like my friend that we're not friends anymore, like that's just one case scenario. There's been other times with my other friends who are like, oh my god, like you're going to hospital again? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, because you have no idea what I'm feeling. Like you have no idea how much blood I'm losing. You have no idea that I need to get my blood tested, that, you know, like I could potentially die from this. I mean, it's just really hard to explain to people. And so I've told like my best friend who lives in New York, I go and visit her all the time, and I just tell her, like, if I tell you to take me to the ER, don't even fight with me about it. Just take me. I know my body and I know when I have to go, and I know that this is technically still new because I've only had it for 4 years, but I feel like I've got it to a point now where I know when it's going to be serious, and when I know that it's like I could get through it on my own, kind of. Yeah, so the story of me getting diagnosed is pretty boring. Like, I just ignored it and then finally went in, and then they admitted me for 12 days and told me what was going on, and I had no idea. I had never even heard the word colitis in my life. I had no idea. So I remember them explaining it to me, and I still didn't get it, and so I Googled it, and like, I don't know. I still really don't get it. Like, I don't know why I don't know. But I mean, it's something that was predetermined, and everything happens for a reason. I've probably had it since I was born. It just never really reared its head until I was 24. So yeah, it's just something I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life. But I just wanted you guys to know about it. And if you have a friend that has an invisible illness like me, just be very attentive to them and listen to them. Don't undermine them. Don't claim that they're crying wolf, because they're definitely not. And remember to subscribe to my channel, because however many subscribers I get during the month of February, I will be donating $1 for each new subscriber to a cancer fund. Please, please, please subscribe and share this video so that we can bring more awareness. It doesn't, I mean, obviously, like, colon cancer is on my mind all the time, but it can be anything. If you have, you know, someone you love who had breast cancer or whatever, I know that it's just such a hard thing because it's just another chronic illness, and so that's why I wanted to talk about it for this month. So yes, please share this video and let's try to raise money for a good cause, and that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!